Hi Pokefans, we have a new Tera raid battle event that is currently live for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. This is the Mighty Incineroar event and it runs from today till I believe September 8th of 2024 for the first run and then runs again for the next week. Let me quickly go through the moveset before we discuss on the different Pokemon that you could definitely use. The moveset is Flare Blitz, which it actually uses occasionally. Darkest Larvitar, Bulk Up and Iron Head. Additional moves are Snarl, Taunt and Earthquake. I think its moveset coverage is pretty good, but here are some Pokemons you can definitely use to defeat it. I've seen people using Dondozo or at least discussing about this. I think this is an interesting idea. If you have really good attack and defense stats on this Pokemon, I think you'll be able to defeat Incineroar. I've also seen Austin John actually using Clefairy, which I thought was really nice. You can definitely go ahead and check out his video, but using Clefairy is pretty easy as well. But in my case, I decided to go with Marimar. I have seen this strategy in the internet, but I figured that I definitely wanted to try it out myself. You do have to have certain things for this strategy to work, which I think we'll be able to discuss pretty soon. Now the one thing to keep in mind is that you do get hit by a taunt from Incineroar. Make sure that you don't get hit. That is one main strategy. And the second one I would say is using skill swap in the very first turn, which I'll explain more on. We do get hit by Intimidate immediately, which is pretty fine with me. We also have the Snarl move which comes in next. In this case apparently I got crit hit, but that's still pretty fine. The very next turn, we do get a chance to use a move. Thankfully in this case, we didn't get hit by taunt. And also you need to make sure that there are no intimidators on the field. If there is, then skill swap will not work because we are going to take the ability what we have, which is contrary, and give it to Incineroar. In which case, when it uses bulk up, it's actually reducing its attack stat and defense. This will make it so much easier to defeat. Once you do get the skill swap done, it actually clears out all of the stats and abilities from our side, which means I don't have any ability right now. I definitely want to have the contrary ability back in, so I do have to wait until Incineroar actually takes me down. In this case, it almost took me down in this turn, but I do have to wait another one. You might get lucky and go down in one turn, which I think is much better. Either way, in the next turn, I do get hit with the move and I think I'll be going down here. There we go. We have to wait for 5 seconds as usual. And if the timer is running out, don't worry about it. You'll be able to finish the battle even before it ends. Once I'm back, I'm just gonna go ahead and spam Superpower. If you might know, Superpower actually makes it such that we lose our attack and defense each time we use it. But in my case, due to the ability, I'll be increasing attack and defense once per turn. Also, make sure to use the PP up item on Superpower. This will actually make sure that you have enough turns to use this move. If not, go ahead and teach Tera Blast, which I think is much helpful as well. At one point when I'm able to terrestrialize, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, as Incineroar will actually take away the terrestrial powers if you do not. At this point all the setup is done. The only thing left to do is go ahead and spam Superpower. I'm just going to go ahead and keep on doing it. Right here Incineroar does put up a shield, but this shouldn't really affect us that much. Even though it did clear out its stats, its ability is still contrary, so we are still pretty good. Using Superpower this turn, we did pretty good damage. The good thing is that we are not low in health, and since I do have Gardevoir on team, its Life Do move will actually help me a lot in case if I do get hit by a critical hit. Either way, going with another Superpower. I think we are almost at +6 for attack and defense. We're doing pretty well against it as well. It might not seem that much right here, but I think I'll be able to take it down in a couple of turns. We have around 4 turns left. And this one, yep, there we go. We are doing way more damage now. Alright, we are getting hit by a couple of turns, and I'm pretty sure that there is gonna be a earthquake that is gonna come soon. It uses earthquake around 50% of the time, or maybe its health, which it did right here. Of course, earthquake doesn't do much on me, so I'm not too worried. We're almost there. I think 2 more moves. The strategy does work very well, but the setup does take a lot of time. In my case, to be honest, I think I reset it around 5 times to just get this right condition. But if you do get lucky, you'll be able to quickly finish this one in 1 turn. There we go. 1 more turn left for me to actually defeat Incineroar. I would say this Tera raid is actually a bit trickier than the other ones, and it was really fun going through all of these Pokemons and trying to see if it works out. In any case, let's quickly go ahead and defeat Incineroar. We do have a 3% chance of getting any of the Herba Mystica, which I'm actually hoping to get. Let's see if that happens. There we go. Now that I've defeated it, let me see which Pokeball to actually use. The Pokeball does suit, so does the Sports Ball, but I think the Timer Ball is better. Yep, here it is, and I'm just gonna go ahead and catch this one with the Timer Ball. There we go. Alright, this one was pretty interesting. I hope this video actually helps you all. If you do end up using Dondozo, let me know how that goes. I'm pretty sure if you do have Fighting Tera type on Dondozo, it's much better than Fairy. But then again, it depends on the stats of the Pokemon that you're gonna use. In either case, if you do have a Malamar, just go with this one. This is a pretty easy strategy. Even though it might take you a couple of tries to get it the right way, I think this one's much more easier once you have that initial stuff done. Here is Incineroar. Let's quickly check out its summary. It does have the Dark Tera type and Intimidate ability. Let me quickly go ahead and equip its mark as well. I'm quite happy that I was able to catch this one after struggling for around, I believe, half an hour. Alright, hope you all enjoyed this episode. If you did, please put a like, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing to my channel, as it really helps me a lot. If you'd like to support me more in other ways, check out the links down in my description for my other videos or Patreon and Ko-fi. But I'll see you all in the next one.